Everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Zedlo's Kitchen. Today I'm making some ground beef with some onion, garlic, shallot, and frozen mixed vegetables with some rice. It's a simple recipe, but so delicious. So let's get to cooking. Alright, so this recipe is actually pretty easy. I made this one day and I actually really enjoyed how it tasted. Because there's I don't want to say a secret ingredient, but there is some seasonings in there that you wouldn't expect. But it was so good, and I'm like, ooh, I gotta make this again. And I don't think I've made this before, so I figured, why not? So, to start with, I'm just gonna cut the onion, dice it up like I always do. Nothing too spectacular about that. I'm going to try to get it as, I don't want to say thin, but into nice, good, diced chunks as best I can. Like that. It's okay if there's big pieces. It's going to cook down anyway. But I want some really nice diced pieces. When I made this before, I did not add shallots in, but I figured since I had them, might as well. Let's go ahead and peel that off. Again, just gonna cut this like I always do. Go like that. And then just run my knife through it. I would say this is a medium onion. You could add in more or less. You could use half an onion. Really depends, up to you. Garlic-wise, though, I'll probably add in 2 to 3 cloves. Maybe 4 if I'm feeling garlicky. But we'll see. So for the shallot is optional too. This was a last-minute thing. Like I said, I had it, and I'm like, you know what? Might as well use it today. But we're going to go ahead and chop this up really nicely. What I like to do for shallot, I like to chop it in the middle. Whoops. And then just kind of run my knife through it to give me some nice good pieces. So something like this. Because again, they are going to break up in the bowl, when we cook them. So that is good. Now the garlic. If I drop one on the floor. So I'm gonna use. See, I like to judge the garlic by how big they are. So like, I mean, this is a decent size piece of garlic. So I'll probably use just 3. Just like that. If they were smaller, I'd probably use more. But if they're big enough pieces, I tend to use less. Sometimes if they're like the big elephant garlic, I like to just use 1 because it's a lot, it's a lot for 1 clove. But that all depends. Sometimes I use 2 if I'm doing a really garlicky dish. But all depends. I just want to get all this off. There we go. And I'm just gonna rough chop these. I wanna, that I'm a garlic person, I like to taste the garlic. I like to see the garlic. So just gonna cut them into nice big chunks. So just like that. Now we're gonna get to cooking. First and foremost, I have some rice that I'm going to be cooking on the side. I'm not really worried about the rice. I'm doing 2 cups of rice with 2 cups of water. And I know that I make 2 cups of rice a lot, but that's because I like to portion it out for my lunches for the week. So it's just easier for me. But in this pan, we're going to turn this on. And I'm going to coat the bottom with some avocado oil. You could use olive oil, you could use canola oil, whatever you'd like. But I'm going to go ahead and let this warm up, and we're going to cook our onions and shallots. So, let's go ahead and move this around. So I'm going to go ahead and drop these in. And we're pretty much, everything is going to cook in one pan, honestly. So we're going to go ahead and move these around a little. Just go ahead and go like that. Okay, so next I have some mixed vegetables, and I'm going to put them on for 8 minutes. So I'll go let that cook. Then for this, I'm going to just sprinkle this with some salt and some pepper. That's it. Just salt and pepper for right now. Go ahead and give this a stir. Oh, I love the smell of onions cooking. It just smells so good. So we're going to let this cook down a little bit. I'm going to just chop this up a little bit more. There we go. And then we are going to, once this cooks down, then I'm going to add my garlic, and then we're going to add in the ground beef. So now I'm going to add in my garlic, and I'm going to cook that for about a minute. You never want to overcook garlic. We're going to cook that for a minute, 30 seconds to a minute, just until you can smell the garlic. And then here I have some ground beef chuck. It is 80-20. You could use whatever you'd like. I'm not picky. This was just on sale. So, and what I'm going to do, I'm just going to add everything to the pan. I'm not going to take it out. I'm not going to, just going to go ahead and move this and then drop this in like that. Then for this, we're going to do a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, a little bit of garlic powder, a little bit of, where is it? Oh, right here. A little bit of garlic powder, or onion powder, sorry. And then some garlic salt, just a little bit. All right, and then we're going to go ahead and just kind of combine everything, combine all the seasonings with the onions. Go ahead and get this all nice and mixed. This smells delicious. Go ahead and just break it up more. Just like that. Alright, and then we're going to let this cook. I have to add my other spices. So this is homemade taco seasoning that I'm just going to sprinkle on. I'm not going to heavily season it, but just sprinkle on, just like that. And then I'm just going to go ahead and move that around, let this cook. Our mixed vegetables still have about a minute left. So that's good. Our rice is pretty much done. Oh, this smells amazing. Absolutely fantastic. Okay, so our mixed vegetables are done. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually add them into the pan. So I'm going to take the bag, mixed vegetables, and just dump it in. Just like that. Okay. Now, I'm just going to go ahead and give this a stir real fast. Kind of let it meld with all the flavors. Alright, not done yet. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take our 2 cups of rice and I'm going to add this in. Okay. Let's go ahead and mix that. Now what I'm going to do is, this is completely optional, but I'm going to add in some, I can't believe it's not butter, with just a tiniest bit of garlic salt, just like that. And what that's going to do is that it's going to get not only into the mixed vegetables, it's going to flavor the rice, it's going to flavor the meat, and it's going to be delicious. It'll be so good. However, we're not done yet. We are done cooking, but I still have a few more ingredients to add. Oh, this smells so good as I fling it out on the pan and onto the floor. Alright. So this is good. This is done. Just gonna go ahead and mix it all around. If you want to add cheese to this, you can. It's up to you. Now, I know you're probably thinking, well, there's no sauce. And again, I was thinking the same thing when I made this. But it actually tastes better without sauce. However, you can actually add in, which we'll do just a little bit. We'll just do a few dashes of soy sauce. There we go. And then our last two ingredients. The last two ingredients, which I know it's not going to be much, as far as what you can see, but I'm going to add in some green onions. I just love the taste of green onions, so good. And then I'm also going to add in some fresh basil. I know, fresh basil. And there we have it. Here is our dish. Let's go taste this. So this is the final dish. This is what it looks like. It looks super delicious. So let's try it. So here is the deliciousness. So let's try it. It's ground beef, rice, a mixed thing of vegetables, some onion, some shallot, garlic. So here we go. With a little bit of soy sauce. Oh. So good. The freshness of the basil and the green onion, it just adds another layer of flavor because it's the fresh ingredients and the nice green color. So good. So good. You could taste a little bit of the soy sauce. You don't even taste the taco, like the taco seasoning that I added. It's not overpowering. It is so good. And easy too. You just need a few ingredients and that's it. I recommend making this for sure. Well, that does it for this episode of Zublo's Kitchen. Thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Remember to be the best you can be, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye!